To satisfy that carnivore in your family, Chef Savage has the perfect solution for you. Black Angus Tournedos. It's a classic hearty dish with a little bit of shallots, some red wine, and a little bit of horseradish for some color and some bite. Hi, Chef.
Good morning, or afternoon, aren't we? So, yeah, today's dish, first thing you want to do is, I picked a filet mignon for my Tournedos. You can use top sirloin. You can use a different few cuts, but in the classical way, tenderloin should be the way to go. So what we're going to do is season
salt and
up.
pepper.
Yep, salt and pepper. Hopefully I don't burn myself here, reaching over the flame.
And we want to make sure they're probably at room temperature, right?
Oh, no.
No?
Not necessarily. Room temperature, they're going to cook quicker. If they are room temperature, they're going to cook a lot faster. So, depending upon the speed of how fast you want this done, I would always worry if you kind of forget about them, could get people sick. You know,
yep.
If we're sitting at room temperature for so long, you might run the risk of going into that danger zone, which you don't want to do. So,
okay.
All right. What we've got a little salt and pepper on there. We're going to go in with a little oil here to sear these.
Heating up the pan.
I'm going to try not to burn myself.
No, definitely not.
Yeah,
perfect. I love the sizzle. The sound of the sizzle is fantastic.
We're going to do all three of these.
Why not?
We're all hungry today. Oops, coming back in now, so trying to flame up a little bit. This will take a few minutes, depending upon how you want it cooked. I like a nice rare to a mid-rare, so 2 minutes for me and this thing's done.
It's done.
For you, cook it to whatever your favorite temperature is, medium well. So.
Either which way. Well, these are heating up really fast.
Yeah. We're going to pull this away from me again. Just get a little nice caramelization on there. A good color on the bottom of that.
Beautiful.
Yes. And actually, we're just going to put it back down. I'm going to cook these right here on on my little stove. If you needed to, you could put them in the oven, 350-degree oven. 5 minutes. Like I said, with these thin cuts, they're not going to take long. So be careful not to overcook it.
And when is it time to start adding the sauces and the little shallots?
What we're going to do is I'm going to get rid of this plate. If you could grab the clean plate on just anyone up there.
Got it.
You always need to let your meat rest. Let it, as soon as it's cooked at like about a temperature below what you want, you pull it out of the heat, set it off to the side, let it rest. It allows the juices and everything to
flowing into the beef.
To stay into it, really, yeah. Because if you took a nice, especially medium or more, you cook that piece of meat and you cut into it right away, all the juice is going to run out of it. This is going to help keep the juices in.
We don't want that happening.
No,
definitely not.
No.
The juicier, the better.
Yeah. See, now this is probably perfect for me. I don't know how you eat your steaks, rare, mid-rare?
Like a medium. Medium.
We'll cook a little more so she can try this at the end. Actually, we'll take that one off. That one's about perfect for me, so.
And it'll continue to cook a little bit as it's sitting and resting on the plate.
The carryover cooking. And if you, one simple little thing is kind of when you're cooking your meat, a nice simple kind of way to tell if you're hitting medium is when the juices start to come out the top. Same way with like a hamburger. When the juices start to pool on the top, it's time to flip it. When it comes back again, little juices at the top, you're good. You're done.
Perfect. Well, we're almost there with these guys too.
Yeah, you're still a little rare, but
a little. Getting there.
But we're gonna speed things up.
Okay.
We're gonna force you to eat a little on the rare side. All right. So now what we're gonna do is, if you would please throw those shallots in there.
And the shallots are going to add a little bit of sweetness.
A little sweetness and just a little more flavor. What we're doing is a sauce bordelaise. Now it's getting a little warm.
Yes, it is.
Okay, actually, if you would pour the red wine in order to try to keep this away from the two of us.
Woo.
What we're going to do is we're just going to let this reduce down. And what this is also doing is it's pulling off all this good flavor right off the bottom of the pan. They call that the fond.
This is almost deglazing the pan, right?
Basically that's what you're doing. Let this cook down, cook those shallots just a little bit.
And this doesn't take too long. The shallots don't need that much time to cook, and they change color a little bit. They're changing color as they're sitting in the pan.
But you would want to let them cook down a little bit. I don't want them crunchy. You want them a little translucent, but still, when the red wine reduces down to au-sec, which is basically there won't be much left of it, to say the least, to put it an easy way. Then we're going to go in with the veal jus. Yeah, go in with that veal jus now.
Oh, that smells good.
It's a demi. Another Savage Kitchen episode. Teach you how to make that one. All right, so now, while that's just coming up, let's turn this heat back up and get that to a boil.
So right now we have like a blue, a nice brown color.
Oh yeah.
It's starting to simmer here on the sides.
We have grease everywhere. I don't like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start setting up our plate. Move a few things aside here. Hopefully, I'll set it here. Hopefully we can get that in shot. Well, how I'm going to plate this today is I have some honey horseradish mashed potatoes.
Oh,
so
sounds
we're just
delicious.
Gonna kinda,
so the honey is giving it a little bit of sweetness.
so there's a little bit of sweetness, and then the horseradish that's in here, it's going to go great with this fresh horseradish that we're going to put on at the end.
And a little bit of bite.
Yes.
So you're kind of playing with something that's a little spicy and a little sweet.
Yes. And for some color, we'll get a little bit of microgreens on here.
Getting some fresh microgreens.
Oh yes.
Looks that much more impressive.
Presentation is everything. So we're just gonna put our carrots and asparagus. And once again, you can serve this with any of your favorite sides.
Beautiful. And it's giving it that pop, the color
you
of
get
the
the color of
asparagus
it.
and the carrot, the microgreens.
Yep. Actually, what I need you to do
It's actually beautiful.
On, yeah?
I'll start grating?
Yes, if you can manage to do that on that little piece over there, you know what you're doing?
We'll find out.
Yes,
Are we going into here or
nope,
into
just
here?
just onto the cutting board if you could. Because I'm actually going to throw some more color in and a little yellow of some corn shoe coming out there. Basically, let me spin this dish around a little bit.
I didn't realize horseradish is so soft. It's very pliable.
Yes. Lay our two pieces out here. Actually, one for me and one for Anya.
And now we're starting to simmer here with the sauce.
The sauce is pretty much done. It's kind of reduced down. That's ready to go.
So this only took a few minutes, 2-3 minutes maybe?
Yeah, it's a quick dish. Doesn't take long, and it's surprisingly good. Not really though. It's good.
I smell, this horseradish is so pungent. The smell is just...
I think you should put a little pinch between the cheek and gum.
I think I'll wait until it goes on the steak.
I don't blame you. All right, so basically we are pretty much there. We're going to turn this off.
Perfect.
Got my little spoon here.
And the onions now are translucent. They look perfect.
Just a little bit over each one. Oops.
Absolutely spectacular.
I'll set this off to the side here. And now,
the garnish.
the garnish. What you're going to do is just put a little bit on each one of the fillets.
Let me do it right from here.
Sure.
So it adds a little white, kind of plays off the mashed potatoes, the color, the white in color.
And then you could even, if you add some extra, sprinkle it around the dish and pull it in as you need it.
That's a wonderful idea. So this horseradish will add that little bite of flavor into the nice hardiness of the steak.
It's amazing how much bite there is in the fresh horseradish too, so be careful.
Yeah, exactly. And now this dish is begging for us to have a little taste.
And I think we should.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Oh,
We're just trying the beef.
it's absolutely delicious. The meat is perfectly cooked, nice and juicy. The horseradish gives it that little zing.
Yes, I like that.
Well, Chef, thank you so much for a wonderful, simple, easy dish. It's a great twist on a classic. And remember to visit us online at koaa.com and click on Savage Kitchen. Until next week.